Hi everybody, Dave Galt with Remax Team Galt here. As I was driving along today, I thought about some of the videos that I've done over the last couple weeks and got to thinking that those people who may be watching may not have a clue who I am. So I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a brief resume, if you will. Again, I'm Dave Galt. I've been a residential realtor for I'm going into my 8th year in 2011. I've been with Remax for about 4 of those years. Before I got into real estate, I was in sales. I was in the electronic component distribution business for many, many years. And let's just say I'm glad I'm not doing that any longer. Real estate's been a really good fit for me. I had a good feeling that this is something that I would enjoy prior to taking the state education course, and then of course the state exam, which I am licensed to sell real estate here in the state of Indiana. My wife and I and our daughter live in Cicero. I was born in Indianapolis, and gradually as I got older and with my previous career, it took me further north. I had a house in Westfield, then we moved to Arcadia, and again, now we're in Cicero, Indiana. Cicero, for me, probably the best place I've ever lived. It's a small community, and at my age, it's nice to be able to go into town and be familiar with a large percentage of the people at the post office, the local grocery store, the gas station. Definitely has that nice small community feel, which is perfect for my wife and I. And we're excited to raise our daughter in that area. In addition to being a realtor, which is a designation, I've taken my real estate education a little bit further than the majority of my competitors. If you ever see on my website or on a business card of mine, I've got them down. The first one's ABR, which stands for Accredited Buyer Representative. ASP is Accredited Staging Professional. Now, I'm not the guy that's going to come in and tell you what color to paint your walls or to move your couch from here to there and so on. But I took the course. Technically, I could tell you to do that. But the reason I went was basically for research, because I saw the writing on the wall a few years ago, basically, that I knew this was going to be important, not only for me, but more importantly, my sellers, because now we can properly stage a home, because now my listings typically will show better than my competitors because of that extra step. The next designation is E-Pro, which loosely translated is Electronic Professional. It's E-P-R-O. And that's pertaining specifically to real estate. I know how to more effectively market my listings online than most of my competition because they haven't taken the course. I know a lot of little tricks of the trade, if you will, that they may not know, which gives me an upper hand, which obviously in turn helps you as a seller. And for buyers, it's great because my listings are a little easier to find and they show well. And then lastly, CDPE, and that stands for Certified Distressed Property Expert. That was referenced in a previous video talking about distressed properties. And what that means is that I've taken the course and I have a better understanding as far as what it takes to get, let's say it's a listing and you're selling a distressed property. I know how to work with the bank to get everything moving forward. And if you're a buyer, the same applies. And I'm able to help you negotiate a successful transaction and get the deal done. So those are my designations. Gives you a little bit about me as far as maybe more information than you really care to know. But I think it's important that the reason I share that information is I'm a full-time realtor. I jokingly say I'm not selling Tupperware or candles on the weekend. This is what I do. This is my full-time job, period. And at some point I work 7 days a week. On the weekends, I work a little less, actually, than you might think, but I always work to some degree every day. And that's all right. I signed up for it nearly 8 years ago, and it's the best business decision I ever made. Typically, what I always say is, in the majority of the business, before I get to that point, the majority of the business I do is northern Hamilton County, which is Noblesville, Cicero, Arcadia, Atlanta, of course, surrounding towns and cities in Hamilton County, Westfield, Fishers, Carmel. But again, the majority of the business I do is near where I live, which makes it the most sense. It's where I live, it's where I work, it's where I play, it's what I know best. So it just seems to make more sense. But I'm never trying to pull you away. Let's say you already have a realtor that you work with, or you've got a friend or a family member. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't work with them. All I ask is for the opportunity that if you don't already have somebody that you work with, and you are looking to buy or sell a home, that maybe give me the opportunity for us to talk, maybe meet, and see if I'm a good fit. It comes down to you've got to be comfortable with whoever it is you're talking to, because you're going to end up working with me or your realtor fairly closely until the transaction is done. And if you're like me, in what I do beyond the closing table, I'll continue to stay in touch. I've been delivering Christmas gifts to previous clients, and it's fun for me because, again, this is it's a business and an industry that I've grown to love, and I've made some great relationships, great friendships in doing so. So yeah, if I can ever be of help to you or someone you know, if you ever had any questions, do not hesitate to give me a call. My name is Dave Galt with Remax, Team Galt. You can call me at 317-407-5467. Email at dave@teamgalt.com. My website's teamgalt.com. And you can always find me on Facebook and Twitter, Dave Galt or Remax Team Galt, either way. I'd love the opportunity to help you or someone you know in the future. Thanks so much. That's a little bit about me, Dave, of Team Galt. Have a fantastic afternoon. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.